Well, thank you for watching CBS 2 News at 5. CBS 2 News at 6 starts right now.
Live from the CBS Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, this is CBS 2 News at 6 p.m.
Now at 6, no power to give thanks. Thousands of local families are spending the holiday in the dark thanks to the Santa Ana winds.
And this is what it looked like earlier in Malibu. You can see those trees shaking, bushes blowing in these gusty conditions as Santa Anas roll through the Southland.
From Santa Monica, Long Beach, downtown LA, and LAX, this is how the conditions look right now as potentially dangerous winds linger over the Thanksgiving holiday.
Good evening and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Christine Lazar.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Juan Fernandez. Our top story tonight, the wind.
Let's get right to meteorologist Mary Yoon with a look at the current conditions. Mary, how does it look out there?
Well, the good news is we are slowly seeing those winds diminish in most spots, but we're still seeing the potential for those winds to especially accelerate in some canyons and passes. So right now, as we take a look, you can see these are sustained winds, largely less than 25 miles per hour. But the focus is primarily across the western parts of LA County through the Ventura County mountains. This is what we saw earlier today. Now, I do think the worst of it is over, but we still can't rule out the fact that these winds certainly are going to be whipping throughout the rest of this evening. But a place like Magic Mountain Trail reported a wind gust of 99 miles per hour. That is just absolutely amazing. And towards Browns Canyon, nearly 70. More weather in just a bit. Christine, back to you.
All right, I'll take it, Mary. Thanks. Strong winds mean increased fire danger. Crews made quick work of a brush fire this afternoon near Malibu. The Sandstone Peak fire is now out, but not before burning several acres.
And those Santa Anas forced SoCal Edison to cut power to thousands of homes. That's to prevent the spark of wildfires. But it's not good news for homes filled with family members just trying to celebrate Thanksgiving. CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen went to Moore Park.
At William Paduano's home in Moore Park, the generator is connected to his refrigerator this Thanksgiving.
You know, got to keep the food from spoiling.
That's because strong Santa Ana winds that snapped off branches like these led to a public safety power shutoff by Southern California Edison. The goal is to lower the risk of a wildfire caused by downed power lines.
It's a difficult decision to make. We never want to turn the power off.
Disappointed, angry, frustrated.
Christy Towery says she and her friends had to cancel their potluck because no one could cook.
Just a matter of getting our circuits and our grids upgraded, right? I mean, our rates go up. Why are they not using the money for that?
We've been doing grid hardening work to make sure that, we can reduce the scope and the duration of customers who are affected by potential PSPS.
At this gas station, the manager says customers have been turning to their grills during the power outage.
Normally we're busy for propane, but today is very busy, super busy.
Stuffing for the turkey.
Back at the Paduanos, they are no longer hosting Thanksgiving. Instead, the meal prep is being done at 4 different homes before they all sit down in Newberry Park at a house where there is power.
This sacrifice is, even though it's really terrible for Thanksgiving, I still don't want to have a fire. So, you got to think of it that way.
SoCal Edison says customers were notified about the temporary shutoffs about 3 days in advance through emails, text messages, or phone calls. In Moore Park, Jeff Nguyen, CBS 2 News.
All right, it wouldn't be Thanksgiving in Southern California without a large crowd at the Santa Monica Pier, right? Here is a time lapse from this afternoon showing people soaking up that warm sun along our coast.
Well, another Thanksgiving tradition hitting the road. We're taking a live look at traffic along the 10 freeway in downtown LA. And as you can see, it doesn't look too bad. A little slowing there, but not terrible. AAA expects over 7 million Californians to hit the road over the Thanksgiving holiday. And if you're hitting the road this weekend, or this Thanksgiving rather, you're spending a lot more on gas compared to last year. While prices have been falling for weeks, the average price in LA County right now is still $5.18 a gallon, whereas a year ago it was around $4.70 a gallon.
Another Thanksgiving tradition, shop until you drop. Large crowds are preparing to hit the ground running tonight to take advantage of early Black Friday deals. CBS 2's Rick Montanez live at the Citadel Outlets and Commerce, where stores opened at 8 o'clock tonight. Rick?
Yeah, hey Juan, happy Thanksgiving. This is the calm before that shopping storm. Only a few stores here at the Citadel are open right now, but less than 2 hours to go until they all.
All right, we probably had a little issue there with Rick's
we shopped till we dropped the shop.
Indeed. We'll get him back in just a little bit. Meantime, we're going to move on here, right?
Those shoppers will be there for a while.
Indeed.
Well, at the Honda Center in Anaheim, 15,000 were there to give thanks, and the Anaheim Ducks were also there.
That's right. It's a Thanksgiving tradition that's been running for 37 years. Everything was ready to go before 11 a.m. Volunteers spent the past few weeks cooking, stuffing, and doing all the trimming there. The special event took a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic, but today it was back in full force, and the chef who started it nearly 40 years ago is super grateful.
I love it. I'm tired, but I love it to do it because there's a lot of need of people to eat.
Like I said, I think it's just about kind of coming together for the community and just making sure that everybody's taken care of on a day like today.
And at the end of the event, a special surprise. 3 families were reunited with grandparents who live in Mexico. Everyone you can see there embracing, crying, and just truly thankful.
Earlier in Pasadena, runners, walkers, skippers, and trotters got up early to start building their appetites. They successfully completed the 5th annual Rose Bowl Turkey Trot this morning. It included participants of all ages, both 2- and 4-legged. For some, it was a meaningful and productive way to start the day.
We just wanted to have some family time and have a tradition and get a little workout and go home and relax the rest of the day and enjoy Thanksgiving.
Entry fees for the event go towards the Rose Bowl Legacy Foundation, and that helps preserve, protect, and enhance the stadium. And we're going to try now to go back out to Rick Montanez, who's live at the Citadel Outlets. People done with their dinner, and now they're out there waiting for the shops to open up.
And it opens up at 8 o'clock tonight. Rick, take it away.
Hey guys, so this is the calm before the storm, as I was mentioning a few moments ago. We went into the Citadel Outlets to check out the stores, and we'll show you some video now where the stores are ready. The signs are posted, and of course, the employees, it's a safe bet to say they are ready for the game plan with the shopping tonight. The Citadel Outlets opens at 8 and stays open all the way through tomorrow at 11 p.m. So 27 straight hours of holiday shopping. And as we've seen in the past, this place will be packed. The National Retail Federation is actually predicting an 8% rise in sales this year over last, which could equate to nationwide numbers of about $950 billion just for the holiday shopping. Shoppers here early tonight say they will be back once all the stores open.
I like the crowd. That's why I'm going to come tomorrow. Even if I don't want to shop, I'll come to see the crowd, to be the part of the crowd.
We wait for this day to come, so we are excited about it.
So, of course, people are looking forward to this. That family says this is what they love to do. We talked with another woman who says she's not big on the crowd, so she came early. Expect a lot of people, some pretty big sales. And, of course, a lot of families say this is just their tradition. They love to be out here spending time together while they shop. Reporting live in the City of Commerce, Rick Montanez, CBS 2 News.
Yeah, and even if they're doing some window shopping, right, they're having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, it's just a nice tradition. I've never done that, shopping at night, but it does sound kind of fun, especially as we get into the Christmas spirit.
Yep, indeed. All right, Rick, thanks. Are we on the way to another winter?
Ahead at 6, the latest look at LA County COVID cases.
Plus, a huge show of support, the fundraising effort to help those recruits hit in Whittier last week.
And later, the great Thanksgiving debate, pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie. We'll take a bite.
Well, it's a beautiful Thanksgiving holiday, windy in some spots, but we're heading into a cool down. You'll have those details in my full weather forecast in just a bit.
I'm Jim Hill. Coming up in sports, the traditional Thanksgiving Day games in the NFL with the Lions hosting the Buffalo Bills and the Cowboys taking on the Giants. Those stories and more when I come back later in sports.
Get the CBS Los Angeles app on any device. Local news, sports, weather, video on demand, and CBS News Los Angeles, all in just one tap. Download now.
Well, it was a big show of financial support. Tonight we know how much was raised during yesterday's fundraiser for the injured law enforcement recruits run over in Whittier. Now, hundreds of people showed up for the barbecue in Norwalk, and the event raised more than $70,000. Nice. That money will be split between 25 injured recruits hit by a wrong-way driver earlier this month.
LA County continues to slide into what could be another COVID winter surge. According to LA County health officials, the number of people hospitalized with coronavirus is now 822. That's an increase of 28 people from the day before. There are more than 3,000 new cases and 10 additional COVID-related deaths.
Well, it's the Great Thanksgiving debate.
Pumpkin, the sweet potato pie for sure.
Well, which is the holiday favorite, pumpkin or sweet potato pie? We'll dive into the debate.
And will today's warm weather stick around for the rest of the holiday weekend? Mary Yoon is coming up with your next weather forecast.
And a reminder, you can watch CBS News Los Angeles wherever, whenever. Just download the CBS News app or find us on Pluto TV.
So what was it at your house this afternoon or evening? Did you slice up some sweet potato pie? Or did you go with the pumpkin? It's a decision maybe as old as Thanksgiving itself.
Well, tonight, CBS 2's Tina Ezzedine gets to the bottom of the great pie debate.
Putting the home back in homemade pies. A Thanksgiving tradition on the table.
Sweet potato pie is the best for Thanksgiving.
Say it isn't so.
I would say pumpkin, the sweet potato pie for sure.
Ah, yes, the debate.
I didn't even know where the debate exists.
How sweet it is. Sweet potato pie versus pumpkin pie. While some argue pumpkin pie is more popular.
Yeah, but pumpkin's kind of boring.
Some might say sweet potato pie reigns supreme in the South.
It's more of a regional Southern style dessert, and it's starting to get a little bit more popularity nationwide.
It's big business at the 27th Street Bakery Shop in South LA.
We sweet potato pies all day, all day, all day, and all night.
But even here you'll find one person, dare she say it,
Yeah, one pumpkin.
particular to pumpkin pie. Much like they are at Polly's Pies in Montebello, where pre-orders stood in line for pickup. More than 400 pumpkin pies baked and sold out by noon.
We sold out of pumpkin pies for sure.
The main ingredients exactly the same, just one with pumpkin, the other sweet potato. Slightly less in calories, pumpkin pie. More nutrients, sweet potato pie. Then, of course, there are those who prefer...
I'm a pecan pie kind of gal.
Oh, I'm normally lemon meringue.
On Thanksgiving, thankful for choices. In South LA and Montebello, Tina Ezzedine, CBS 2 News.
So what about you? What are you?
You know what? I was just thinking that guy said lemon meringue. I love key lime pie, which is totally
I like
off,
too.
just off the charts
Well,
here.
that's the Floridian in
It's
you.
a Floridian thing, but I like pecan pie as well.
Apple pie for me.
Yeah.
And my dad loves that big Costco pie, and that's what we get. He loves it.
It's a good deal.
What
do
about
do?
you, Mary?
I think I like all pies. Pecan's my favorite, but I think it's the ice cream, the a la mode.
Oh, and
Yeah.
heat it up and then let the ice cream melt
I like
on
the
top.
Costco pie out of the fridge. You know, when it's there, you kind of take a little bit.
And we were saying the
As
great
you
thing
go
about
on.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
dinner is that it's always even better as leftovers.
Yes, it is.
I would agree with that. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. I think just because all the juices start to marinate a little more, you know.
The
There's
turkey,
just
it all
always
mixes in.
leftovers. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, it was a windy, it was a warm day. Downtown Los Angeles topped out at 78, which is warmer than average. We're still talking about red flag warning, though. And so, unfortunately, portions of western LA County, Ventura County, will have to watch out for the fact that we're still going to be looking at increased fire danger. It's all courtesy of these Santa Ana winds combined with low relative humidity, and that does translate to critical fire weather. Temperatures, though, right now, it's actually starting to cool off quite a bit. You know, we saw our sunset tonight coming in at 4:45. We're looking at 60s downtown, 70s towards portions of Fullerton. So, of course, I know if you guys are consuming your Thanksgiving feast at this hour and you're just getting ready to hit the malls or the outlets. So here's a take at your Black Friday forecast. If you're headed to the Grove or even Fashion Island, it's going to be chilly. temperatures in the 40s, and towards Topanga and Cabazon, it's going to be the winds. So when those winds are whipping, it's definitely going to make things feel much colder as well. But by the afternoon, we'll warm up into the 70s. So I want to show you futurecast. We have one storm system that's pushing to our east. That's actually going to be a pretty significant weather maker for portions of New Mexico and West Texas. Further to our area, we have a ridge of high pressure that's building in. So actually for the weekend, we're going to start to see some cooler air work its way in with the advancing storm system towards the Pacific Northwest. Now, this is a system that we were thinking could bring us a chance for some showers, but notice as we kind of advance it into Monday evening, it's starting to fizzle out just a bit. More significant precipitation for portions of Nevada. But I'm starting to think now there's a secondary system that's really going to start to bring more of a better chance, shall we say, for some rain for Southern California. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on that by next week. What you will notice, though, we're going to be cooling down. So 70s to 60s this weekend for parts of the LAOC area. The valleys will be windy, and then we'll see those temperatures falling to the lower 70s by the second half of the weekend. The Inland Empire will be seeing 60s by early next week. That is your weather forecast. Let's turn it over to Jim Hill with sports.
Sports on CBS2 News at 6 is sponsored by Rotolo Chevrolet, pursuing excellence every day.
Mary, thank you very much. Good evening again, everybody. Thanksgiving means football in American sports. The NFL kicking off week number 11 with a pair of traditional Thanksgiving Day games in Dallas and in Detroit. The Bills in Detroit for the second straight week, this time as the road team against the Lions. Stephon Diggs creating some Thanksgiving Day memories for that youngster. Look at this, bringing him onto the field and throwing him a pass. What a great start to the holiday spirit for that kid. That is for sure. Can't imagine what Christmas is going to be like for him. Okay, it was tied at 25 with 23 seconds left in the game. And that's plenty of time for Josh Allen to get something going. Allen throws an absolute laser to Diggs. That 36-yard gain right there puts Buffalo in field goal range. And the Bills will get even closer. And 2 plays later, Tyler Bass drills the 45-yard game-winning field goal with just 2 seconds left on the clock. The Bills win a Thanksgiving Day thriller, 28-25. An NFC East matchup in Dallas as the Cowboys hosted the New York Giants. We go to the second quarter now. Dallas is up 7-3. Daniel Jones airs it out. Darius Slayton makes a spectacular catch. That set up a touchdown to put the Giants in front, 10-7. Now we go to the third quarter, and it's 13-7. Dak Prescott drops back and finds his tight end in Dalton Schultz in the corner of the end zone for a score. Dallas is up 14-13. Same score late in the quarter. A play action, and Prescott hits Schultz in the flat. He takes it in for his second score of the day. The Cowboys go on to win it 28-20. How about this in soccer World Cup action where Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo opened a Group H play against Ghana. Ronaldo with history here. He scores the penalty kick, becoming the first male player to score a goal in five World Cup competitions. Portugal leads it 1-0. And that will set off a wild stretch of play in the 73rd minute. Ghana's Mohamed Kudus gets behind the Portugal defense, and his cross finds Andre Ayew. He puts home the equalizer, and it's all now tied at 1. But Portugal comes right back in the 78th minute. Bruno Fernandes splits the Ghana defense with a long pass to João Felix, who beats the keeper. Portugal would add another goal 2 minutes later on their way to a 3-2 victory. And Brazil taking on Serbia, and we may have seen right here the goal of the tournament. Carlson with a ridiculous sideways volley. Look at that. After popping the cross in the air, the Tottenham striker is really standing out on a Brazilian team full of stars, and they win by a score of 2-0. Some of the best soccer action we've seen in a very, very long time.
Kidding.
That's sports.
Indeed it is. All right, Jim, thank you.
Busy day of sports.
Yep.
Well, do you remember your first Thanksgiving?
Next at 6, we go to Dana Point and spend the holiday with the family from Ukraine experiencing their first Thanksgiving.
Well, this Thanksgiving is taking on special meaning for Ukrainian families now here in Southern California.
The holidays providing a chance to enjoy a welcomed meal with some new friends and loved ones. Rhonda and Jeff Dunleavy welcomed a mother and her 8-year-old son from Ukraine into their home in June. She was the owner of a private English learning school in Uman, but dropped everything once fighting broke out earlier this year and fled with her son here.
Well, that's when the Dunleavys stepped up. Now they're all grateful to have each other.
Rhonda and Jeff, they did a great job for making it very comfortable and easy.
The mother and son duo don't know when or if they'll make it back home, but they say they're grateful for this moment.
Nice. A holiday tradition flies high. Coming up next here, we'll take you to the Big Apple for the big Thanksgiving Day parade.
Get the CBS Los Angeles app on any device. Local news, sports, weather, video on demand, and CBS News Los Angeles, all in just one tap. Download now.
A Thanksgiving tradition on a roll. Thousands of people lined the streets of Manhattan this morning for the 96th version of the Thanksgiving Day Parade. New additions included international cartoon sensation Bluey and Stuart, the one-eyed minion.
And people were also thankful for the weather. Calm conditions allowed the 16 giant balloons to fly high above the parade. In all, 28 floats, 12 marching bands, and 700 clowns were part of the holiday tradition.
I watched a little bit with some coffee this morning. It was so nice. Gets me in the mood every year.
I know, I love this time of year. And, you know, the kids all love Bluey right now, the little ones.
Oh, yeah.
One of my
They
daughters
sure do.
loves
Yep.
Bluey. They don't love clowns so much. So I was a little
Adults,
surprised
not
to hear
either,
about
right?
that.
All right. Thanks so much for watching CBS 2 News at 6.
And we are streaming 24/7 on CBS News Los Angeles.
The CBS Evening News is next. Tonight, Jerika Duncan has more on the search for answers after Tuesday's deadly shooting at a Walmart in Virginia.
Get CBS News Los Angeles on the CBS News app. Download now.
Got your phone handy? Of course you do. Scan this right here. Download the CBS LA app. And just like that, you're connected to all the best local news and videos. Now, if only everything were this easy.